Automating the entire new client process into a refined onboarding experience saves you a ton of time, shows the client that you're professional, and it also acts as a filtering process to weed out any bad clients. You see, not all clients are good clients. Have you ever heard of the 80-20 principle? Well, it usually works out that 20% of your clients generate 80% of your income. These are higher quality clients who pay more, have more interesting projects, and are generally easier to work with. So focus on attracting the high quality 20-ish%. You do this by setting expectations and essentially giving new clients and leads a few hoops to jump through. Send them through a set of automated filters. And if a client can't make it through your introductory filters, questions, and requirements, then they're displaying behavior that might show up later in the project, and they're probably not a good match for you. Typically at the beginning of getting in touch with a prospective client, there's a lot of wasted time going back and forth via email. The client has questions, you have questions, and then you wait for one another to respond, and this can take the better part of a week. And remember, all of this is unpaid. You haven't even signed them as a client yet. With every new lead, you'll have the same handful of questions and requirements. If you don't automate and minimize this process, you're going to waste hours every single time a new lead comes your way. So how do you automate this process? You don't need expensive software or tons of fancy tools. In fact, in its simplest form, you can write a text document as your standard operating procedures that tells you exactly what to do, what to ask the client, pre-populated scripts you can copy and paste, and you just need a system you put every new lead through. Once you've determined that system, you can incorporate some software to literally automate the process as if robots were running your business for you. Pretty cool. Let me show you exactly how to create your own new client onboarding workflow so that you can save a ton of time and book only the best clients for you. Onboarding step 1, send a request for a proposal form. When you get a new lead with a request to quote a project, have them fill out an RFP form. You can use Typeform, a free service, to collect all the information you need from a new client in order to understand who they are, the problems they need solved, their budget, timeline, and any techie info like hosting and such. This is going to save you a lot of back and forth time with the client. It shows you're professional, and it will give you all the necessary information to decide if this is a project that you can or want to take on. If they can't provide information you're asking for, or maybe they're taking too long to fill out, you've just filtered out a bad client. Onboarding step number 2. Schedule an initial client call. Let's say the client filled out the form, everything looks good to you, and you're interested in the job. The next step is to jump on a call with them to discuss the information they provided you in the form, clarify some details, ask and answer some questions, and then make them aware of the next steps. You can use a free service called Calendly, and you can pre-populate the times that you are available for a call, send that to your client, have them pick the best time for them, your Google Calendars sync up, and then both of you are automatically notified of the appointment time. Done. Automated. Onboarding step number 3. Create and send a project proposal. A proposal can be as simple as a Word doc or as fancy as a custom design experience on paper. But remember, the point is to show the client you're professional, understand their problems, and have a proposed solution. A proposal document outlines who you are, your experience, some testimonials, case studies, what the client needs, what you're offering them, a project timeline, cost and payment schedule, and then the terms and conditions. If your client likes the proposal and wants to move forward, have them sign an official contract. It's a more officially legally binding document that covers your butt. And I use a free service called Hello Bonsai, which is really easy to use, it's intuitive, and it allows your client to sign online. Onboarding step number 4, get a deposit. I don't take risks with new clients. I don't even take risks with some of my regular clients. So I always request 50% of the project payment up front before I even start. I typically accept checks, email money transfer, credit card. You can use software like Harvest, Ballpark, FreshBooks, or QuickBooks. These will allow you to send invoices, track finances, and get paid via credit card. So always accept and take a deposit before you start. If you want to learn more about creating an automated onboarding system in your freelance business, download my free 7-step freelancing roadmap at bradhussey.ca/7-step roadmap. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode, which will be all about the different tools you can incorporate in your freelance business. Catch you later.